Tips with Toni. Tips with Toni. All about nutrition from your favorite dietitian. Everything you need to digest in your mind. Tips with Toni. Tips with Toni. Making you healthier one bite at a time. With Toni. Woo.
Hello, and welcome to the Tips with Toni podcast. I'm Toni Marinucci, your registered dietitian, helping you get healthy one bite at a time. It is really, really hot in New York. I'm actually recording this on the 4th of July. Most people are outside enjoying the sun. However, I fortunately got plenty of sun in California this past weekend. I was there for a business weekend retreat. It was nothing short of amazing. But so I'm back and I'm pretty much playing catch up because I just got back this week. So I decided that I'm going to, use today to record some podcasts for you guys rather than going to the beach. However, I thought, obviously many of you, this is the start to the summer. You're probably going to be going to the beach and you're probably wondering, what do I bring? What healthy items can I bring with me so that way I make sure that I stay on track? And so that's what this episode's all going to be about. All right, so let's get started. The obvious thing I think we know, if you're going to be in the heat, you're going to be sweating a lot, hydration is so important. So please make sure you bring plenty of water bottles or bring a refillable water bottle. Make sure you have access to a water fountain. Make sure that you are staying hydrated with water. I have a podcast about how much water you should drink. Basically, you take your body weight in pounds, divide it by 2, and that's the total fluid ounces you need for the day. But the biggest way I always tell people to check if they're hydrated or not is to look at the color of your urine. If it's dark yellow, almost brown, you're definitely dehydrated. And if it's clear, then you're in the clear. However, I will say, when it comes to if you're going to be sweating a lot, we actually don't want it to be super clear because that means that you might be low on electrolytes. So something like sodium is really important to have, believe it or not, because it will keep you hydrated. So where sodium goes, water follows. So what we want to make sure is that you do have something that whether your food is salty or your beverages are salty. Now, I would be cautious of the sports drinks like Gatorade because although they have sodium and they have the electrolytes and they have sugar, they might have too much of that sugar and too much of what you need. So in general, the rule of thumb is for every hour and a half that you're going to be sweating, whether it's sitting on the beach or playing a sport, to consume about 8 ounces of a sports drink like a Gatorade. So those big Gatorades usually have more than one serving. So you want to be mindful of that. You could get something like a G2. It's like a watered down Gatorade. That might be better. Or you could just stick to water and then just make sure that your foods are salty. So really great healthy snacks that you can bring that has salt in it are things like almonds and popcorn and even baked potato chips. Even if you pack a sandwich, if you do turkey cold cuts or a low-fat cheese, or whole wheat bread usually has sodium in it. And then you could also, what you also want to do is at the same time, you don't want to just have so much salt and not enough water. You also want to be hydrated with water, but also certain foods like fruits and vegetables have water as well. So watermelon is the obvious one. It doesn't have that name for no reason. It's watermelon because it's high water content, but all melons, believe it or not, are a great source have a great amount of water. So cantaloupe, honeydew, also your citrus fruits like grapefruit and oranges, even some of your berries, and then vegetables like cucumbers, celery, iceberg lettuce. You can throw that on your sandwich. And so obviously a healthy food is a healthy food, whether you have it at the beach or you have it at a picnic or if you have it at your house. If you wanted to pack a salad, that's great. But realistically, I'm just thinking more practical, a sandwich might be better. So putting the lettuce on your sandwich might be good. I'm sure you probably heard, oh no, iceberg lettuce has no nutritional value. Well, it's because it's just mostly water. It doesn't make it bad for you. It's a great way to stay hydrated. If you wanted to do like spinach leaves or kale leaves, that would be fine as well. If you're someone who doesn't do bread, or maybe you're gluten-free because of allergies or sensitivities, you could put your sandwich on rice cakes, or like I said, doing the lettuce wrap. So there's definitely ways to make sure that you're getting proper nutrition while also being practical. But if you feel like having a salad at the beach, to be honest, I actually don't love eating at the beach. I rather kind of snack, drink like water, fruit, maybe some veggies, but I don't really like to have like a full meal, even like a sandwich. To me, I don't know, with the sands and everything and the heat, I rather just go there for like 2 hours, tan, and leave. But if you're going to be there all day, you definitely want to make sure that you have enough food and beverage, especially food, because you don't want to end up getting too hungry, then overeating, or going to the concession stand and getting things like ice cream and all of those things. So so make sure you're bringing your own food. If you wanted to go to the concession stand, just know that your options are going to be limited. Basic tips there would be like, if you're going to get things like burgers and french fries and ice cream, you always want to be mindful of your portions. But when it comes to staying healthy, I strongly encourage you to bring your own food. If you are going to bring your own food, then you need to fill your cooler with lots of ice, especially if it's a really hot day. You don't want your food to go bad. We don't want to put you at risk with what's called foodborne illness. So make sure that you have plenty of ice to keep your food fresh and cool. If you're going to be drinking light beers, things like the Truly drinks or the spiked seltzers, those are really great things to have. But once again, water. If you want to know more about how to have like healthier, lightened up cocktails, I have a separate podcast about that. And then, although this is not food or beverage related, sunscreen is so important. I also have another podcast all about vitamin D. And so, yes, the sun is a great source of vitamin D, and you can get a great amount of that without any sunscreen for about 15-20 minutes. But after that, you want to make sure you get your sunscreen on you, so you do not damage your skin. Believe it or not, all of those foods that I just explained, the fruits and the vegetables, even things like avocado, they actually have these awesome components that help to protect your skin. However, that does not mean that you should go without the sunscreen. So if you're more interested to learn more about that, I would definitely look up the episode all about vitamin D and how to get an adequate amount. So that's pretty much it. I wanted to keep this short and sweet. I believe that is going to be the end of the summer series. So if you haven't listened yet, there's a barbecue episode. There's how to navigate a wedding episode. So definitely go check those out. Next week, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the lessons that I've learned. I don't know if I think I did mention it. I finally got a diagnosis, thank God, that I have mono. And I'm super excited that I have a diagnosis, because now I know how to handle it and what to do. But with that being said, this whole experience has taught me so much. So the next podcast, I'm going to be talking about like the 3 major lessons that I've learned through getting mono, and how it's actually helped me tremendously. If you guys like this episode, if it was helpful for you, screenshot it, share it on your story, tag me at tips_with_Toni on Instagram. If you're not part of our healthy lifestyle support group on Facebook, you definitely want to join. It's an awesome group of people who are committed to ending this diet cycle, ending the restriction, committing to just being the best version of themselves, from learning how to develop healthier habits and behaviors. And if you're looking for more of that one-on-one approach and the group support isn't enough for you, and you really just want to get to your goals and you want to get to them quickly and efficiently, then you want to sign up and apply to my 6 months to food freedom coaching program, where you're going to go to www.tipswithtoni.com/coaching, fill out the application, and from there we'll schedule a call, make sure you're a good fit, and if I believe that you are, I will invite you to the program. That's it for me today. Thank you so much for listening. Happy 4th of July if you're celebrating. I'm Toni Marinucci, your registered dietitian, helping you get healthy one bite at a time.